Why did the big teams fail? Teams like France, teams like Portugal, teams like Germany. France being the World Cup champions, Portugal being the ex Euro champions. Where did they go wrong? And I have my friend here with me, Mr. Akbar. We are here to discuss what's going on in this Euro 2021. So let's talk about Portugal, shall we? Portugal being the ex Euro champions. Um, in the group stages, what did you think of Portugal's performances? I mean, I was sitting there thinking they have so much attacking talent, but then I feel defensively they were kind of lacking. Plus, they were playing the coach was playing two holding midfielders. No creativity in that midfield. Then they brought on Renato Sanchez in that game against was it Germany? Yeah, Germany. I remember seeing watching Renato Sanchez going. The coach brought him on, and then he really changed the complexion of the game. So, Akbar, what do you think about Portugal's tournament so far?
One thing I would like to say is that Portugal has lost a very important aspect of its attack, which is Ronaldo.
Hmm.
Like if you see Ronaldo, even like 5 years back, he used to go with that boom, Like he used to dribble the ball throughout the field, and he used to score the goals. But now Ronaldo, of course, he's old now. He's 36, so I don't think he can generate that boom anymore. So because of that, I feel Portugal has taken a hit, but then they can somehow compromise with that because of the presence of Sanchez. But then one disappointing factor was Bruno Fernandes. Like he's
True.
a he's a player of Manchester United, and he's pretty good actually. He's pulling the team of Manchester United right now.
Just on that note, yeah, Man United, everyone, it's either a love-hate relationship with Bruno Fernandes. Because when they bought Bruno Fernandes, yeah, the team wasn't doing so well. I remember the two nil. Was it 2-0 or yeah, it was around 2-0, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Please, if anyone listening knows, please let us know in the comment section below. But then I think it was a 2-0 defeat to Burnley, which really struck hard. Which really struck a chord कि भाई मतलब मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड बर्नली से कैसे आ रहा है वो भी होम में ठीक है ब्रूनो फर्नांडिस आया मतलब totally changed the complexion of the team, totally changed the dynamic of the team. He was, of course, मतलब अब तो सबको पता ही है ब्रूनो फर्नांडिस कौन है क्योंकि performances देखो. So I think part of the reason why Bruno Fernandes failed in this Euro is because he was used too much. I feel in this season. I think Ole has some part to play in Bruno Fernandes's quote unquote lack of form. But then the last match, Portugal versus Belgium. What were you thinking leading up to that? Leading up to that game, what were your thoughts? क्या सोच रहे थे आप?
Honestly, to be very honest, I was really confused as to who's going to win the match because uh, even an old Ronaldo is still a Ronaldo. So Ronaldo now he's playing in the central position, central striking position. But then even there he can be devastating, as we saw in the match against Germany. But then, and I was pretty confident about Belgium as well because they have KBD, they have the Hazard brothers.
Yeah.
But then I was very confused as to who's going to win the match. I was thinking maybe it might lead up to a penalty or something. But then one thing I'll be very sure is that Portugal did perform, but luck wasn't on their side, I guess, because that shot from Jota or Felix, I guess, which just bounced off the post,
Yeah.
that was a very unlucky shot. And Hazard's goal in the beginning, that was a very lucky shot, to be honest. Like that was just a simple volley that went in. There were 50-50 chances it can go in, it can't go in. But then I would say that like yeah, Belgium were able to defend well, but then ultimately I feel that the luck factor really played into the game.
Yeah, I feel Belgium kind of underperformed because they didn't lose a match in the group stage, and also, I mean, apart from Hazard's shot, which eventually led to the goal, they really didn't create any, I mean, clear-cut chances. या एक टैक्टिक था उनका कि मतलब फर्स्ट हाफ चलो it was like a chess match. It wasn't free and it wasn't flowing. I mean, considering the attacking talent both teams had, um, I don't think they did the game justice, because first half, yeah, it was kind of it was 50-50 to be honest. Apart from that goal from Hazard, uh, and in the second half, I mean, Portugal just Portugal just went at it. I mean, by Belgium ko, it was almost like they were dead set on, I mean, scoring two in that half easily. I mean, Portugal needed that goal to react because they weren't creating clear cut chances themselves. But then second half mein they were more attacking. They were more on the front foot, I would say. Or second half mein Belgium, I mean, yeah, to deal with the pressure, what they did, I feel, is they resorted to long balls. वो क्या कर रहे थे कि they just played long balls out to Lukaku. Lukaku held the play because भाई Lukaku है अपना
He's a tank.
और क्या. और फिर मतलब he allowed some players to get into the match. I mean, to kind of run forward, and then they had the ball in Portugal's half for a little bit. But then I would say on that note again, Belgium is defensively. I think Belgium is defensively very solid. But then I would say on Bruno Fernandes ka thing, he I feel he made the game better when he came on in that match. The other two matches that he played, I don't think he did particularly well. But again, that's a whole other issue because what I found out ki you can't play Jota, you can't play Felix, or you can't play Jota, Fernandez, Ronaldo, and Bernardo Silva in the same team. You need someone who's more pacier, who does a more defensive but efficient job like Moutinho. But then I would say कि Belgium का जो win था, that definitely came at with a cost. That definitely came at a cost क्योंकि now they've lost two key players, KDB or Eden Hazard.
Yes.
So what are your thoughts on Belgium's win? Would you like to add or?
I would agree with you, of course. And then, yeah, it's a very bad thing for Belgium right now that they've lost KDB and Hazard, like two of the most celebrated players. But then I think ultimately it's going to match up to how Lukaku can, manipulate the game. Because as we all know, he's a tank. He can hold the ball till someone comes into the position and he can draw away the defenders so that the ball can be deflected to a better player and the goal can be scored. So I think they might go for a more defensive game in the next match with Lukaku at the front, like leading the charge. So, like right now, the tournament's up to anyone's grasp.
Yeah.
Like even France is out. Like
on France's note, I mean, Belgium versus Portugal, yeah, it was expected that Belgium would go through because Portugal did go into the game as underdogs. पर भाई फ्रांस वर्सेस स्विट्जरलैंड का क्या कहना आपका मतलब did you even expect Switzerland to put up a fight or did you just expect France to blow and steamroll Switzerland away?
I'll tell you a very funny story actually. Like मेरा एक दोस्त है, so we have a friends group, and in that group one friend he just suddenly he came, वो फुटबॉल देखता भी नहीं, उसने कहा आज तो भाई स्विट्जरलैंड जीतेगा. And we're like क्या बकवास कर रहा है, फ्रांस के साथ है, एम्बापे है, पॉगबा है, ये सब है.
So do you blame your friend for France's loss?
No, I don't blame him, but then बंदा बोला ये बोल के वो सो गया. सो के एंड सरप्राइजिंगली मैच देख के पता चलता है कि फ्रांस हार भी गया. So I really can't understand, मतलब it was funny thing, but then I really can't understand where did Switzerland get that confidence, to go against a giant like France and be like नहीं, हम झुकेंगे नहीं.
Exactly.
हम इनकी मार के जाएंगे.
Exactly, because more or less you win the game in your head. Yeah, you go out onto the pitch and you execute. But then एक mindset बन जाता है ना कि मतलब फ्रांस है, ठीक है, मतलब bro, like वर्ल्ड कप चैंपियंस और क्या ही बोले, वर्ल्ड कप चैंपियंस. But then France, before the first goal went in, before Switzerland scored, they weren't playing like world champions, were they?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because they went on. I mean, yeah, Switzerland is a good team, no doubt. Switzerland is a good, really good team with very good players. But then against France, who were favourites nevertheless to win this Euro, before Switzerland scored the first goal, they were playing like an average team. I mean, and ग्रीजमैन भाई ग्रीजमैन जो कि है तेरा अटैकिंग प्लेयर वो खेल रहा था डिफेंसिव प्लेयर जैसे लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल अगेंस्ट पोर्चुगल ग्रीजमैन का तो मैंने देखा ही नहीं भाई वो तो टैकल कर रहा था मिड वो हाफवे लाइन में
Exactly, like उस मैच में मैंने देखा अचानक से like some guy comes in, he slides near the like midway outline,
yeah
and then I realized this guy is Griezmann. मैंने सोचा ये बंदा तो आगे होना चाहिए पीछे क्या कर रहा है. So in the same way, yes, France, like I think France was a little bit overconfident because they thought ये तो अपने हाथ में है. But then Pogba really delivered. Pogba delivered. And even Benzema, he played the game very ferociously. If you see like the second goal he scored, that was like out of anyone's imagination. Like Griezmann ne mara, wo deflect हुआ pole से, and then he just headed the ball in.
Yeah,
like,
within 4 minutes.
Within
nonetheless.
4 minutes, you need. I mean, I don't need to tell you how much athleticism, how much expertise, how much josh you need within you. You know.
Yeah, but
score that goal.
Yeah, but that's a striker's job.
Yeah, that's a striker's
That's
job.
a striker's job. But then I would say कि Benzema, the dude came in after what 5-6 years.
Yeah.
And delivered. I mean, they had Giroud, but then Giroud didn't do anything in that match.
I actually didn't even realize like Giroud was in the match or wasn't in the match till he was substituted.
Exactly.
You know, like.
तो फिर I mean, they, of course, Messi, Ronaldo, the goats. You know, no one comes close. No one's going to do what they did season after season, and no one is ever going to come close to their records or whatever. But भाई अभी जो टॉप प्लेयर्स हैं पकड़ लो हालांड को पकड़ लो ठीक है टॉप प्लेयर सब लोग बोलते हैं ठीक है अर्लिंग हालांड नेक्स्ट रोनाल्डो ठीक है नेक्स्ट रोनाल्डो एम्बापे को भी बुलाता है what did you make of Mbappe's tournament? Huh? Well, I mean, I was sitting there. I think it was against Hungary. I expected Mbappe to do really well because first match France ka tha against Germany, and we all thought ki wow. I mean, Germany is a weak team, but then later on proved to be quite a ferocious team. You know, quite a good team. So I thought, yeah, maybe वो match अच्छा नहीं खेला. Yeah, there were 1 or 2 runs into the channels, but that's his job, you know. But then apart from that, what did you make of Mbappe's performance in this tournament?
Actually, I didn't see the match with Hungary, France versus Hungary. I think it was you who told me that it was a draw.
Yeah.
So, but then the interesting thing was that Mbappe, the person who you expect to break through the defenses, and then even then you can see in the match that he can retain the ball against waves after waves of defense. He can retain the ball. But then, even then, the guy, he couldn't score a single goal in the entire tournament. That is, I feel it's a very, very, it's a big wake-up moment for Mbappe. Like something's wrong in his career, in his mindset, whatever, but he needs to buck up. Because that day even I was reading this article, like just last night. Emmanuel Petit, the French player, he was saying that Mbappe has been greatly Neymarized, after going to PSG. Like, he suddenly has an overinflated ego. And I guess you can see that in the
performance.
In his performance.
Yeah.
Like, last night, when I was watching the penalty shootouts, like, Pogba, when he scored the goal also, he was standing with the swagger and everything. Mbappe just didn't have that. He didn't have the push, the drive or anything. And even while, like, playing the penalties, Pogba, he ended with the swagger, you know, like मैं तो अभी गोल लेने ही वाला हूँ भाई.
Exactly.
मेरे को रोकेगा कौन? And Mbappe was like, I don't know, अच्छा देखते हैं, चल शॉट मारते, गया तो गया.
Because अभी mindset हो चुका है ना कि क्योंकि Mbappe after all, no matter what he does, no matter it doesn't matter if he scores 10 goals or 30 goals this season, eventually he'll play for Real Madrid, no doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt, he is going to play for a giant team. Whether it's Real Madrid or Barcelona or Man City or Man United, I don't know. But then he is going to play for a very large, very big team. So I think I'll be brutally honest. I don't blame Francis' loss solely on Mbappe, although he did miss the penalty. But then भाई पूरी टीम पकड़ लो, ठीक है. बेंजिमा को निकल लो उस टीम से, पॉगबा को निकल लो उस टीम से, ठीक है. ग्रीजमैन ने सिर्फ 1 गोल स्कोर किया भाई टूर्नामेंट में, 4 games 1 goal, या. Mbappe 0 goal. I mean, there's the team on paper should be able to steamroll any team in this competition, including the big teams. Hence why they were favorites. But then I don't know what happened. But props to Switzerland. I mean, भाई क्या जोश. और these small teams. I mean, Hungary को देख लो भाई. Against France, against Germany, against Portugal, 80 मिनट तक तो रोक के रखा. बोला नहीं, तुम लोग स्कोर नहीं करोगे. But then एक deflected shot and then Ronaldo भाई तो है ही अपना. So but then France, I think this is a good thing that happened to them actually, because I believe. और देखो भाई, हाँ ये हम लोगों की opinion है. If you guys disagree and if you guys think that something is, if you want to add something or you disagree, please let us know in the comment section below, and please be civil. All right. तो फ्रांस ये जो लॉस था इनका, आई बिलीव कि दिस एक्चुअली इज अ गुड थिंग दैट हैपेंड, क्योंकि वर्ल्ड कप आ रहा है.
I agree.
Yeah. If you now just imagine this, you have Benzema firing, you have Pogba delivering. Yeah. If you get Griezmann and Mbappe to score, who's going to stop them?
वो मतलब it'll be a fiery team.
Exactly.
I'm going to be honest, it'll be a fiery team.
Exactly.
And which was actually expected in this tournament. Because the ferocity of France in the previous World Cup was really good. Like, there was no one to stop them. And even in that World Cup, we did see that the small teams, they were really playing well. Like Iceland, it performed really well. And I think the guys weren't even professional footballers. They're like doctors and they have other careers maybe. But then, yeah, I expected something like that in this tournament as well. But then whenever I thought of the Euros, well, I guess when anyone thought of the Euros,
one team came to mind, right?
France.
Of
exactly.
Course.
But then, yeah, Mbappe, you can't completely blame it on him. But then you have to be very honest that a lot was pinned on the guy, that he had to deliver. And he had a lot of expectations associated with him, which was, again, many might say that, yeah, he's young, itna expectation mat rakho. But then Ronaldo and Messi, the GOATs,
yeah,
they did deliver at those times, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
David Beckham as well, they did deliver.
Yeah.
So, like, Mbappe should have delivered. You know, that's.
So, how much do you think is it? All right, let me ask you one question. Do you think France got it wrong, or do you think Switzerland got it absolutely right?
I mean, Switzerland. I guess the commentators were saying that, the Swiss side was saying that, look, France is gonna play. France is gonna play with all their might. So they're gonna play 100%. We have to start from 100%. Like, our game has to be that which starts beyond France's best, and I believe they delivered.
Absolutely.
They did.
I mean, the proof is in the pudding.
Like, the first goal by Stefanovic, that was like a very simple goal which could have been stopped by a strong French defense. But where was the defense? सब तो आगे चले गए थे.
क्योंकि lightly ले लिया था.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that was, I guess, the main turning point of the match, because France, after that defeat, they could regain their ground.
Yeah.
But then Switzerland, with their immense determination, I would say,
Yeah.
they just took it home.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And the last penalty was like the last nail in the coffin.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's move on to another big team, shall we? I mean, think about it, guys. Portugal out. Yeah. France out. Netherlands out. Now Germany out. Were you really expecting Germany to? I mean, after the disappointing first game against France, they look pretty solid against Portugal because I mean, they won 4-2, but then they actually look like a world class team. For all those people saying, "Hey, Germany अच्छा नहीं और मतलब Germany का swagger चला गया या Germany का fire power चला गया." Against Portugal, the ex Euro champions won 4-2. Against Hungary, I don't know what happened 2-2, but then Hungary was a good team. Hungary still is a good team, you know. But against England, what did you think of that match?
The German defense was a bit weak,
Hmm.
and you didn't see the Germany of 2014. Like that Germany which defeated Brazil 7-1 was something different. So, and of course, right now, like I think Muller's retiring, and even Cruz is retiring. So yeah, these guys are old. But then Germany should have had backups, because they're like one of the top. They're the top brass of football. But then I feel like the German glory days are over. I feel like maybe that Germany which made Germany Germany, I guess it's gone, and they need to like rethink their strategy, rethink their team, rethink their combinations, and they just need to restart from scratch again.
I think the a new coach would help as well because
I
Jogi
think
Löw
so.
is retiring.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the game. To be honest, it was kind of boring. It was kind of boring. First half especially. Second half, yeah, chances and props to England. They took their chances. I mean, Grealish, what a cross for Kane, was it? Yeah, for Kane or Sterling.
Sterling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think so.
But then, so remaining one team comes to mind right now. I don't know how to make sense of this. But then Spain, big team. Do you think Spain has a shot? Because in the group stages, I tell you, I was looking at Spain and I was disappointed to say the least. I mean, of course, it's not the same Spain anymore. It's not the Spain of yesteryears. The team which won the World Cup. Of course, it's no longer about Xavi and Iniesta and Fernando Torres. Yeah, it's about Morata. I mean, the dude in the Peloton matches, man. I mean, he looked really really bad, didn't he, in the first match? And then, I mean, what's clicking for them now? And do you think Spain has a shot at winning? Because, mind you, Belgium lost two of its big guns. I don't know how bad the injury to KDB is, but then I'm pretty sure Eden Hazard's out for the tournament.
I actually, to be honest, I'm a Spanish supporter.
Hmm.
So I would want to think that Spain has a shot. But then, yeah, during the group matches, Spain was very, very disappointing. And Morata तो भाई मतलब मेरे को लग रहा था इस बंदे को खिला क्यों रहे. And the thing is, उसको full 90 minutes भी खिला रहे, वो कुछ कर भी नहीं रहा, and they're creating chances and missing chances. Like in the first match, which was against Sweden, I
Sweden,
guess. Yeah.
yes. Sweden.
So in that match, I saw the stats. Spain had completed 234 passes, and Sweden was in the high 90s, I guess. And the possession was Spain's side was 75, and on the side of Sweden it was 25. So even with that much possession, that much passes, that much dominance, they couldn't do anything. And the chances they had, they didn't take. And even in the last match, which we saw that initially in the first 28 minutes, I believe Spain would have had two goals against Croatia. Yeah, Croatia. Of course, Perisic had COVID, so he couldn't play. But then the first goal that Simone missed,
Yeah.
that was very, very disappointing. Like, he just needed to take control of the ball and he just needed to pass it. But then it ended up being an own goal, which was like one of the most bizarre goals we've seen
In the tournament.
in
Yeah.
the tournament. But then, yeah, of course, Spain did buck up. Like after that, Simone he defended like a beast, and then even Morata in that game, he did score a goal. But then I feel like I don't know if Switzerland like does what they did with France. I really don't know how much of a chance does Spain have because Spain, honestly, it's not the Spain of yesteryears. And now I think they rely mainly on a striker. Like they just want to give the ball to a striker,
Yeah.
which is
Torres,
Morata, and then they want that striker to deliver. But that striker isn't being able to deliver. And historically speaking, Spain never really did need a striker. You know, the midfielders were very good. Iniesta, Xavi was very good. Torres Busquets was really good. Busquets is still playing. He's really good, but he's growing old now.
Yeah.
And then even Torres, like, they weren't traditional strikers. They used to play in the midfield. They used to create chances. They used to move as a team.
Yeah.
And somehow I feel Spain still plays as a team in the defense. But then,
You feel something goes wrong in the midfield.
yeah, something goes wrong in the midfield, and especially converting that midfield chances to a goal
Yeah.
in the front. That is somehow very sloppy, I feel. So if Spain can, you know, like coordinate amongst themselves well, I think they have a shot.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, but you never know because
It's football.
it's football, and plus the way these teams are playing, man. I mean, भाई कौन एक्सपेक्ट किया था कि स्विट्जरलैंड फ्रांस को हराएगा? कौन एक्सपेक्ट किया था कि इंग्लैंड जर्मनी को हराएगा? I mean, it's bizarre in a way, but then we've seen this before, haven't we? I mean, the level of enthusiasm, the level of determination, the level of hard work, whatever you want to call that, is I personally think that it is a very open tournament. The quote unquote big two, you know, England, Spain. Yeah, it will be difficult for them, no doubt, to beat the other team, the so-called, you know, lesser teams. But then I mean, it's भाई अब तो किसी का भी tournament है क्योंकि it's been shown again and again that the small teams are performing, are being able to defend. You just need that one shot, don't you? You just need that one chance, and that's all you need. That's been proven before. Look at if I can recall correctly, England versus Iceland in the last World Cup. I mean, it was sheer mayhem. It was what I call coordinated chaos. But yeah, we would love to know what you guys think. Please let us know in the comment section below. Do you want to end with something?
I just want to say that please do let us know in the comments if we should be, or if you'd like more for us to make Euro videos. And yeah, please like, share, and subscribe.
And this is our first ever episode of Looney Talks. जैसे अकबर भाई ने बताया, लाइक शेयर सब्सक्राइब कर दो भाई. मतलब we would love to have you guys on this journey of ours, and remember, yeah, let's grow together, man. I mean, it's been fun, and remember, again I state कि ये हम लोगों की opinion है, ठीक है? I know it might not be something you agree with. That's why there's a comment section below. You let us know. But one thing you have to do for sure कि like, share और subscribe कर दो भाई. और again, as Akbar bhai mentioned, if you would like for us to make more videos on Euro, we will. And remember, face reveal coming at 100 subscribers. ठीक है, मेरे को पता है बहुत low है, But believe me, we are some sexy, sexy bastards, alright? So make sure to subscribe and follow us.
तो जल्दी कर देना.
Take care. See you. See you on the next episode, brother.
See you guys.